Item number, is it 27, that was supposed to have come up tonight, somehow got dropped off the watermelon truck. That was my paper. I don't know how it got left out of committee. And as a consequence, it's not been reviewed by committee. And it's the only paper out of 59 papers not reviewed by a committee, and I don't quite understand how that happened. However, I've accepted the fact that it's happened, and it will get discussed on the 12th of December. That's the paper having to do with, to express the sentiment of the council that, and to request that the administration of the City of Richmond and the Department of Police exercise forbearance and restraint in addressing the occupation of Canal Plaza by Occupy Richmond protesters.
Yes. Is that committee, I believe that's going to committee in January, so it'll be heard in January. It's going with both of those papers, the one that was introduced tonight.
Well, I'm hopeful that you all will see the wisdom of perhaps allowing this paper to bypass committee, since it's bypassed committee this last time, and be taken up December the 12th when we have our next and only meeting. I just wanted to make the point that when the mayor's people learned that the paper was being introduced, the press secretary, mayor's press secretary, asked if it's possible that the mayor and I and council could partner with this paper and come up with a consensus. And if we can do that, I'm hopeful that all of us might see the value of passing this before we've got a 6-week break or a month break before it can be considered and before we can remove the lawlessness of being in a place where people can express their constitutional First Amendment rights. We shouldn't delay this unduly if we can do otherwise, and so I'll be coming to you and asking for your consideration to consider this paper on December the 12th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jewell.
Madam President.
Ms. Carroll?
Yes. I can't find it now, but anyway, earlier during the informal meeting, I had asked the city attorney to cite me the code in reference to the tents and campers being put on a residential property. And I think that he has said that if it doesn't say it in the code. Can you help me out, Mr. Jackson, please?
Yes, ma'am. The way the zoning code is set up, for every district, every zoning district, specific uses that are permitted within that district are listed. The zoning code, the provision that I sent you, says that that if a use is not on that list, then it's not permitted. And that's the provision that I sent, 114-300.
All right, thank you. I know that we had discussed this at our public safety meeting last week in reference to the protesters were down there at the plaza, and the mayor come down there and kind of like spoke to you all about maybe sending some, I guess, staff members down there to speak with you all to kind of like try to iron out the differences. All right, that was his first step that he took to meet with you all. I know that council members, I know I'm speaking for myself, I didn't know that was going to happen until I saw it on the news. All right, that's supposed, I guess he went down there, spoke to you all, and then I think it was October the 31st. The police chief that was ordered to do this was not, I do not believe that the chief did it upon himself, or the officers took it upon themselves to go down there and to raid the plaza and throw you all out of there and arrest you. And I did not mean to say a bulldozer, but there was a front loader that I believe I saw in the news that was taking the tents away, taking the other things away from you all. We had discussed that at the public safety meeting on Monday. And the mayor wasn't there to answer our questions. I had 6 council members there, and I thank you all for coming there to try to find out, try to give us some answers. How did this happen? Why did this happen? And then it was Mr. Boone who had said that if the mayor had not met with you all to try to work out some of the differences or whatever, then you all could come there on his property. But you all look like y'all were happy being at the plaza. But when you all were kicked out of there by the orders that was given to our chief to move you all out of there without our knowledge, because we didn't know. I'm chairperson of public safety. I did not know this was going to happen to y'all at 2 a.m. in the morning. So then when the mayor did not come over there to kind of like try to work things out, to do this, that or not even to address you all when you all were here Monday during our council meeting to address your issues to see how he could work it out. As he says over and over, he is the mayor of this city. Not us, he is. But anyway, Mr. Boone decided, okay, y'all come to my property and, come over there peacefully. And now there's police over there 24/7. I heard there's an officer around the back, officer around the front 24/7. That's declared a zero tolerance area. I wish to God some of my areas was a zero tolerance. When I had 2 people that were shot half a block from my house. Had another one shot and killed this past weekend on Edwards Avenue.
Excuse me, Ms. Trammell.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I'm just saying that, hey, I agree with you, Councilman Marty Jewell, this was done wrong. Because if you all had not been ordered out of there and arrested, you all would still be at the plaza until we could come out with something and to iron this out with all of us together. Now, he's taken upon himself, the mayor, to do this. Now, the mayor can come up with a paper, whatever, and see how he is going to fix this. Because I know that in my heart, you all do not want to be in the mayor's neighborhood off in Brookberry. You all would rather be somewhere else. So now let the mayor, who is at odds with his neighbors over this, let him come up with the solution. Because he's left us out. When he had the meeting with you all privately, we were not invited, that I know of. It was a closed session. I don't think the police chief was there. I don't think Recreation Park was there. I don't think Public Works was there. And I don't think, well, not all of you were there to answer some of his questions.
Ms. Trammell, we've got this consent agenda in front of us.
I know, but that's what we're talking about.
No, we're not. There's nothing there.
It was his paper that was left off.
His paper.
I have to say that I think that
his paper at docket, Mr. Jewell agreed to combine his paper that was not heard at committee, correct, with another paper that was not heard, to combine that paper with the paper he introduced today, be heard in January at land use, and then to council. So the paper that Mr. Jewell introduced is not on the docket tonight. We have redistricting to do tonight. We have public comments. So would you just finish your remarks so we can move on?
That's fine, Madam President. All I'm saying, I cannot support Councilman Marty Jewell on this until the mayor comes up and lets us know how this happened, why it happened, and how much is it costing the taxpayers in this city of Richmond. 2 police officers at $20 an hour per se, times 24 times 7 with 14 weeks right now. That's a heck of a lot of money. Heck of a lot of money of your tax dollars. Your tax dollars in the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Trammell.